Mama I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
The NDC Honorable General Asiedu Inketia. Today the NDC spoke on the real state of the nation, and we will take our time and play a few of their statements to you. Now, Uti Honorable Asiedu Inketia, who is now the chairman of the NDC, almost so after Kufuado any state of the nation or Beka Ghana in some NDC for your time at Nasi. Atieti Kufuado no nsɛm nyina ehu bibia eltra otwa nyina da ene de ɛwɔ sɛ Kufuado ne na aban ɛyɛ ende Asiedu Nketia egyina na so ekyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛwɔ brofum yenya wo kwan a ene nwumre bɛbɔ ɛyɛ audio sribi ne ya kyerɛkyerɛ mu otwi magana fo so ehu de na NDC for ɛpɛ akyerɛ dwumade bi a de bia na make sure sɛ obi a ɔhwɛ bia no enso enya ɛyɛ a little bit of it na ɔno so ɛde ato ne koto dwom nti Embrano do na se wose ebo a yebebo ama mu nyina mahu eye de NDC for sebio omoso ende omokan na yenche no mom yenko so straightforward na yenka ho asem kakra bi na yenfa eye social media ambramo na ende no me hit hard. Today I'm doing a tribal bigot thing and wa wose ompeke so betika vitila so okase nipa bi yayimu Ghana no ende be sa be kan ho asem biem me be kire mo ade bi de ema yenuanom sebio semfo, and I'm going to say this. Genuanum sremfo bi nipa bi ahye omoso sibia started psychologically, socially and financially. Nipa bi gradually, slowly omo impose eye omo will ewo genuanum pepe for sebio sremfo so no. I am today going to bring you to that point for you to understand why some kind of voting goes some way. It's very, very difficult, a difficult conversation to have, but these are the kind of conversation we love to have. Because it's about time conversations dinner into me kind of Ghana no, we will have those conversations here. Very, very important. Then the assembly SC ewo Kumasi, you say Vice President DrBawumia on a yere your friend no Samira makeup artist eko Kumasi KEJETIA ejatomuno say omo ko inspect KEJETIA no omo duru no assembly na si yesi nipa omo edwanom no dodo no ehuro Bawumia ene na yere napo smart or trinity eko gina chire eka kire omo say omo ko huro Bawumia no no de oya santini ba oya de ofri bantama ofri menhia enti on de omo huro na nyeye ende mo me hwe de si ewo KEJETIA ewo asantime mu a Bawumia, sorry, Vice President DrBawumia on a yere makeup artist no eko KEJETIA de esi wo ho. Oh napo. Omura KEJETIA na yehuru omo omani abreko comedy omo no e hwa no sign oja teni ni so nko. So afi won si bia nkofo on politics no. And today we're going to have a rough cut. In fact, I'm going to give you an idea of what is happening. Well, asantini di teni nenim wie ewura KEJETIA no. And ohun safe amanfo ka se comedy ye ni abre monko away. Ehwa no dan no ho eno ja tani ni so onkom ni enkodi na tem on say otwe no ho won asantini ba obedru nkran a DrBawumia is the best obedru nkran o se ye ne MPP for DrBawumia na nim nyansa wo de si ye DrBawumia wuram no ko samba DrBawumia wuram wie na hu sa manfo no the kind of reception na mo pe no mo anya no a manfo start so mo huro DrBawumia huro mo no ehwa na otwe no ho begina ne mba ne nchen ena so monko ehwa monko kama asamo nkyere no omo kase ye ho kire ye comedy ye boaye no wo ne ba na poka kire monko tani no ho ono na pe president edi omo bedru nkran a wo ntibi omo kasa omo kodru kumase no mapontafo no afa wo ntibi atie de bia ne ye ntafo gitumi ye wia ne aka omo si toilet so de bia ye ne akanfo no ye ntafo no gitumi because sebi ye no ntafo no bi ndwene enti ya dintafo no agitumi wia ya wia na acham se ntafo moa monko wo de na poye no. This is what we have been explaining to you all these years. Me kro mun sremufo me ka kiremo o ne na poye no o vice president anim for some reason wa be vice president echi we ndi na chi biom ose monko ono na super president ono etani monko di na tem on say omudi atem no omudu na po ro mo fa na nche no mo ko to DrBawumia sa na tie monhwe biom montafo de tumfo amonte ye ne akanfo e ba yusu mu saa fi se mon pesa mo badwene ende mahama me fa no Dubai nko mahama kwasiampanyi Dubai ne kwa ye KEJETIA ne kwa ye hu so mfa so ende bobu nkotodwe ma me mpedifo he ba kwa nim yan nso ben ende bobu nkotodwe obi a mo amode moto ehwe ba napo moto ene jam ka sa abana moto no monti ase mo asantefo no abana moto no monti ase enkwasi abana moto a ende bobu nkotodwe wo napo na wo de woto no hwe no na ko pagya ntrafo onkan no wabu nkotodwe na po enim sa na po nya den na po mbehwewo na nka boto abapa ya kakyere mo ena ye de bia no se bi ododo no ye de betena agimi mu ende wabu nkotodwe e wo na po enim se de o market ase na po no gira wonim no wura fi sa wo na woto aba e ma ne tumi wo na wo tax hwe na po gu jantrafo so onkan no wote kumase wanimu fifire ende wen na ebre de bia etumfo monte KEJETIA plan ya na nse no mo kan ho asemi baby ese ye nyina edisa nkede stores otumfo te wo mampon hene te wo wa me de ho nyina stores de ja tom omo nyina take responsibility ya kokape na jimifo bi tititi abrochire se Kevin Taylor de or say NDC samusumu break 8 me keep this opposition moa de bia ye kan okura kire Ghana fo a na yakofo hina betare ho. Let's come to the issue today, and it's got to do with how tribal we accounts are. And Sibia your tribalism, no, ya dia say Ghana, and dodo no ya ni asantefo, your tribalism na, amana ya din say ye nyina ye betumpon, and wanna for a tribal, impepe for a tribal, a yenzima for a tribal, but they have a limit. But you can't omo tribalism anopa wie nwumre omo de bo omo bra de hye nipa so a ye ne akamfo titiri asantefo and dem do be ko school bi em the vote pattern in the Ashanti region no how ye nuanom sremfo mo asantememu no dodo no are forced to vote for NPP maka asantema wa asase ba asantema ni dom mesede asanteman ye wa asase kese tabra da ho enso asante ni dom eye amanfrafo ene ma asante be asante eye nipa dodo a omoba asantememu efrise dwadie koso asantememu ene be ma asantefo numbers no doso na ye ka asantefo ankasa asantefo kwantumi nto aba yi president da enti o se etinyo bi ase se yeti Ghana no enise ma ekuo bi eye o madwene se sebio opportunity omonya se bia they are in the center of the country no they can use that to subject some people to some kind of indirect slavery in Ghana. Sa indirect slavery no eno na ye pese ye nyina edi ho nkomo na ye twam wo Ghana se ne be ye nyina ye bedi ho. Even when you come to the states, there are places where economically they are doing better than some places. It does not mean that those people who are not doing well economically at wherever they are or their states, some people who are at the other state like the New Yorks and the DCs and the Californias are supposed to suppress those people. They make sure they bring them on board, and then when it comes to Yanye pese dia yanye asum no also obi asom eno ene dia bedru ha enne intende ubusa santini se dia ntina oto aba onima de kudie nti oto aba ohuna po na oto aba ma ne se onkoka ne nsema na otua to ma no ohuna na obu nkotodwe wonanim e kire se yen nipa dodo asantefo no sebio eba aba amanyosem se ne ebetu oman we akọ anim se ne ebeka no kura ye hypocrite ye nya atwom nti debia no yen nkasa no ye nima de kudie nti a ye to aba Yama edebe ya sante sem no akata ya adwene so with all due respect yen ni binum no enti yentumi mpese e beka no kore no. Now mame busa question bi so oba asantememu ana oba akamemu a titiri asantememu a nipa dodo na amo asantememu no ayisremfo ena nipa dodo amo asantememu sremfo no dodo no so de eni adwuma ye. Now also tia se so ba santimemu a enye sremfo nko na ho ye wo eye amanfrafo different ye wo nzemafo ye wo ahonafo ye wo krobofo ye wo nkranfo na so dudu omo asantimemu no eye den esremfo. Now let me tell you something. Ghana's politics be be edru no say yanka no kura no si bi atia ye besa ko back to eye the yafem from 2016 be dru ne and our way forward no it will be worse. Say yanka tribe honsem yanka nyatwem honsem yanka eye konkonsane ayimu honsem a we will get to that point whereby we will find it difficult to even point out our mistakes and our problems because now we know and now is the time to speak on it before we cross the 2024 line. Now so Ghana no do nya to forma ubusa ho say eye den na sebio nipa dodo mo asantememu no sebio eyesremufo no mo asantememu no sebio dodo no mo ne asantefo to asantememu no dodo to abama MPP. Now so check eye asantememu omo dodo omo ye dwuma asantememu a eyesremufo eno dodo no omo ye kayayefo omo na dodo no omo sebio omo ye dwuma ma nkofo bi eti omo ka na oba eye asantememu a eye sebio ye nuanom asantefo ma na omo nyina wodwa anasa omo stores wa santimemu no these our women yene nuanom ma no titiru emema ne yebi ye nuanom esemfo wo kira akire omo osirem a sebio omo amadwene se Ghana ye kuro bi a sebio baby koso chen baby enti omo so embebo kakra ohodo munya kakra nko no yene nuanom asantefo e wa santimemu no ye take advantage of the opportunity kakra ye wo no to suppress some group of people to do what we want. Now, why do you know your sacred name? Because Kevin is seven okay. Now, kwa santimemu a obia oye kaya ye obia oti obi store no sremni bia oye adwumama eya akani bia no sebio akani ni hu ni se oye nakoa. Now, how does this work? Now, we know a psychological thing a start ya che a psychological thing yɛne akamfoɔ titiro yɛne asantefoɔ no yɛafɔ so ɛde ato srɛmufoɔ tirim enti srɛmufoɔ no firi ɔmo kurom na ɔmo ba so ɔmo bɛbɔ bra ɔmo ne yɛbɛtena ɛs Ghanafoɔ ne abɔ bra yɛne idea ne sɛ sɛ ɔmo anyɛ deɛ ɛpa a yɛmma ɔmo fa ahodie anaasɛ ɛyɛ ahoni a ɔmo pɛ no anaasɛ freedom ɔmo pɛ no they will never get it enti ɛndɛ no sɛ wokɔ asanteme mu a obi a ɔwɔ store bi a wɔ akɔra a ɔte ano nkɔra bɛyɛ 9 nkɔra bɛyɛ 5 a saa nkɔra no nyinaa ɔmo yɛ srɛmufoɔ nkɔra okɔ asafo a yɛn nuanom maamefoɔ a ɔmo yɛ den ɔmo tontɔn nam nyinaa ɔmo nyinaa wɔ nkɔra a ɔmo te store na no deɛ ɔmo yɛ ane sɛ madam ba a obi bɛtɔ adeɛ a yɛn ne yɛbɛsoa kɔ madam betuma charge nipa na na yɛn yɛsoa kɔ ane a charge nipa no nipa dodo ɔmo yɛ saa adwuma no wɔ asanteme mu ne akamme mu no nyinaa yɛ srɛmufoɔ. Now the most dangerous thing is saa nkɔra wɔ na ɔmo firi srɛm ɛba no ɔmo nuanom ɔmo di nkan ba asanteme mu ɔmo wɔ famfoɔ a ɔmo di nkan ba asanteme mu no ɔmo baayɛ no ɛyɛ deɛ ɛde ɔmo fɛ mu yɛne akamfoɔ yɛne asantefoɔ de ɔmo fɛ mu ma ɔmo yɛ ɔmo adwene sɛ they don't have any place in the Ashanti region to be self-sufficient no yɛma ɔmo nya idea bi sɛ they should be our slaves. It is a study a nipa dodoɔ na ɔmo firi srɛm ba 20-30 years ago no majority of them were not given the opportunity to do what? To fight or search for their dreams. Majority of the people in the north are down. They come down here to fight for good education, to have better jobs, to also better themselves, learn a trade. But the moment they get down here, any side, the area say because your pese your pet enkwa asinti. The moment Semnibesi eye Asante Asante so and Akamfo Asante so no, our strategy is to make them the second day fiddle. Now the strategy is simple. The reason why sometimes I know I'm for blaming election results if you're Santimemu say, then and tough for what you're Santimemu, there be no more Toma MPP. Abra MPP no, enya the Papa Biamo because 10 years of affairs a yes slim about Santimemu Biano, be better than this or some idea say, yeah, I was Rona, Sebi Omohonia dry no, or Bafom ha Abaye Jumebi, Abasia Debi, Abayen Huye, also Abenya Aya Abrabobi, Edia Kwako Boade Busia. Now, Obu Bedra. These dreams, basically, technically, and indirectly, they are shattered by Yenya Kamfo for a reason. Because Yenya Kamfo, they be an pese obia ye slave. They be an ye pobia be na kwa. Ye pobia yene de peno ye be mana ye na me feel big. Na me feel say we have accomplished something in life. It is oko asantimema na oko akamemwa. The reason why sometimes you ask yourself say MPP ye campaign when we say interform kwara asrem fon kwara so nyama edi campaign eti bo mu nsem dodo no kwara asem mo kan mo ntiase dodo no kwara mpo vote no ko vote no omo nim party no ya ka kire mo say vote this way obusa mo say na dan na saa de no akoso. The reason is simple. Reason is say so kwa santimemu titiru a akamemu ene asantimemu kumasi titiru a yani asantefo no the idea say sremfo nkwara na ba na ya chen kwara na near the bibia to omutrimu say we are the only source of income for them. Without us they are nobody. Enti ye de saade ne to omutrimu a enti uko KEJETIA uko eye central marketer store bia no nkwara 9 enum ni nyina ye sremfo nkwara motete ano omotete abontene adenti a ye twen madam ba or say asantini ba na asantini be ma no sa sremfo nkwara begine bag sa sremfo nkwara no e begine duku na omoye no madam ba na madam akotena se sa sremfo nkwara no awosem sora no pa be pra store nyina enim. Now the idea ni nyina say or instill something in their heads say without me you are nobody. Now this has translated into our politics. Now me ba be the reason why a particular about sremfo the way a santefo akamfo use a sremfo. Now when it comes to politics yenya santefo akamfo yenim se aba yeto no enye yenim se ehwehwehwedi mu aba yeto aba to se de yeyi hene yenim se yedodo no yendoso asante be ka kire asante wa asase asante ni dom yenim se manfrafo mo asantemem no doso. So what these women and men do asantemem specifically and say enkwara na omo ne omo ye adwuma no omo question nkwara adwene anaso omo position nkwara adwene or programming nkwara adwene to the point say nkwara feel say without omo madam anaso omo boss no they cannot breathe. Enti office se mobile na yede be see sa store na no anajo store na no da the obey lucky no ni abobo bank bi ana kiosk bi no da store ne nchen if you say madam ntina be wa ha. Now during elections no the area santifo ye titiri pa ne say ye ma enkwara weti ase especially the young northerners who are in the Ashanti region no, because they see what is happening. These young people almost santimemu no almost percent punti okosire no munyina kom krom akora bia no wadi 14 or person betra santimemu abra oni sen papa ho ne ma me ni ho ne wo fadi ho. They don't want to do it. Enye obia pe so do ne babesi basim se kwa santimemu unim obia na be ma be ko repew na kodo obi store no. So majority of enkwara omoye kaya ye no, they wish they were home. When they come and they see any santifo any kanfo nkwara amu ko school de bia bag bobochia, they wish they were the same. They wish they also had the same education. But BB tinedi omaba. But any santifo so always know we want to feel better. We want some people to be there, to be beneath us. They be a penny pe beti omoso ema dia ye de yakasem. Any actually say adisheche ni pe bi esu Ghana ba ko yeti. So what they do when it comes to elections no. What any santifo ne say? So uko KEJETIA, uko asafo, uko bantama, uko central marketer. Enkwara na omotete stores na thousands of them omo ye adwuma ema the so called madam form ya santefo no. Ma me phone bo katire omo election day omo to be frank kwara se momra. Se uko na ukoto aba ema NDC a me store we ontumi betena no so aso adoma biem. So you see Yenya santifo no ye di husha nkwara ni because ono nkwara tena bas mu ba oni uncle oni wofa the only shot or one say or the madam we store enim ena no popra no ena ye suma no ma so aso anyama enti se wa anya de madam pa then at the end of the day ena oko ende. So these young yesrebufo nkwara no they are forced to vote for the MPP. Not because they love the MPP, not because someone say MPP in a party phone, not because someone say MPP for no, it is because it is out of fear. It is out of fear because Yenya Santifona ya nipebia, Yenya Kamfo nipebia, debia the say we take advantage of people. Oh, then DrBawumia, or didn't wura hono and or train ho, and no mujanja na po, and no mukoba umia kosreno. And that is a typical example of Yenya Kamfo. That is what we do. Debiano, ya den tafo ni to me, ya we are near the 2 million din tafo so. Itinapo edi entourage denim ewura KEJETIA no. Now our expectation the chroma santiform ba no ebe da form na ometiatia no so, but because who say entumi mba so no e hwa no twe no ho, how can you leave the vice president alone and allow people to hoot at him and then come stand there and point at him, say they should go there and go tell him their concerns. It is our politics. So asantimemu. You ask yourself, say nye sebufo nkwa ene ba asantimemu. Awona force ba asantimemu. Why is it say the authority and the kind of position as Santifo akanfo take one tafo no so? Why are they not able to take the same position on other tribes? Adentina awona form so to kwan eba form ha ebebepe ejuma ebe adentina asantifo yenya asantifo yentumi hye omo so tibia etse ntafo so. There's a trick here. So say awonafo any other tribes omo asantimemu a majority of them, especially asantifo awonafo no, they learn a trade. They are either artisans or they come into school. Majority of awonafo omo asantimemu no, either so a carpenter or a mason or one adwuma bi a wosuansan adwuma bi enti obia odi asant awonani achifri awona krom se me wofa bi wo awona krom e koro ho no, you are either forced to learn the same trade. So oba na se efo carpenter you will need to learn the carpenter. So you are not going to go carry goods for mami bi ote asafo. So oba na se efo or a mason you are forced to learn the masonry. So oba na se efo emma eko school so obese oche school bia or do to school mu. Now because semfo no they don't get that no, when they come yenya santifo no we take advantage of them. But okwa santimemo you want for ebre wo ho. Why is it so umusa awunani bi ekuta tente eso anyoma asantini? It is because awunafo when they come they look for opportunities. They come with a skill. They have a reason. Yeni nuanom semfo no, we force them to come here because you are not poverty no. Sorry, you are still poverty no on them, and that is what we like. Yeni California Santifo no, that is what we like. It is our calculate ababu say na eden antafo no semfo de bia no they are the slaves. De bia no ba santimemu a include djuma no mo ye. De bia no ba adwumafo no mo ye. Yentu omo hwe omo de abontene. Na ade na hunafo so ne omo maka no nzemafo no omo so ba santimemu a. Why don't we see them carrying goods? Why don't we see them being treated the way they are treating yenuanom semfo? It is because ansa na hunani entu ne to every water region oba ne anke ho a onusa ne anke ne carpenter ono so ba be carpentry ni bi ahunani entu mfiri water region so obeso aso nyoma okejetia onye ahunani entu ne to se oba obie ni wo ya ahunani a oba ko fa de wo fa ase aba se kokoso anyoma. But you see yenuanum semfo no yene asantefo no, we have cushioned them. We have done what? We have programmed them to think say omo di omo dwuma ne so ma yenkoa. In this other MPP party way more, that is how they run the party. Also hopes na do ebe gina stage e wasantimi masembero kan or some montafo no there. This is your position. Into something in the heads of we MPP and Yenia Santifo, we always need a group that we can stand on and feel big. Into so Tia Santifo, now Tia Kamfwa, we are always looking for the second class citizen to make us who we are. And sometimes people sit and ask questions say eye dan na nkranfo kwa santimemu mi wu krania osoaso anyoma KEJETIA mi wu ahunani a osoaso anyoma KEJETIA mi wu nzemani a osoaso anyoma KEJETIA and so entafo nkwa because entafo no they have been programmed by any santifo that we always have to be on them. We always have to be their masters. Into during elections, what they do is sometimes the crown. I want to asantifo mani be to me suma omoba. Now I fa in pepe 4 and SM4 5 kaya ye 4 only so these kids are all under pressure. Ogo hukumasi abato da ohu maame fo mu KEJETIA omotia safo no enkwara na omotia omosto anim no what they do is maame fo to be fra branch ba akokodwo bra omo yanum omo card ni jikuta for omo ko bantma ha ma omo nyina ntoma MPP because the kids are scared. If I don't do it for the MPP, I'm going to be thrown out. So that is the tactics of Yenia Santifo, how we are using tribalism, how we think every time we can dominate a particular group to feel important. And Sankomo in India, we will get to that point whereby Ghana impuntu nenkoso because people cannot be forced to do things some other people like because they have the advantage economically or socially. Every country you go, your regions are doing well than other regions. It's everywhere. The question here is, why are we account for Asantefo? Why are we taking advantage of your position to undermine and underestimate and make sure some people serve us as slaves? And then we turn around and say Ghana the way some people are treated, the way even during elections, some people are forced and pressurized to vote for a particular party, all because Nipano or opposition they cannot do anything about it. It is a tribalism in Ghana politics. Almost say Ghana politics. I'm saying what we call tribalism, it cuts across, but tribal in everything that we do. And we need to accept these facts. We need to come to that terms. I'll say until we see each other as co-equals, we see each other, each tribe as a tribe that is important in Ghana. We will not get anywhere because about the building of the nation, when they become selective, when some people are seen as underdogs or slaves, what happens is the development of the nation stalls. Now, some people are forced to vote for a party that does not develop. Ghana problem, your derailment when it comes to our development, we have to say that because more forcing MPP, you are basically derailing the development of this nation. So we have to get to that point whereby we need to allow people to be themselves. We need to stop bringing politics, bringing tribalism into our politics, especially into our voting. So I will share the numbers in the Ashanti region every election, sir. About 40% of the vote are coming from Omufia Santimemu, Omunya Santifo. And out of the 40%, 90% of the 40% are pressurized to vote for the NPP. And when you sit back and you do this calculation, you realize the reason why Yatigana Hama, a party like NPP, keeps winning elections and not developing is because some group, we are using our tribe indirectly to suppress a group to make sure our party that is not performing stays in power. So that is why we are here. Into Ubusa MPP, or power or strength when or say was Santimemu. Ubusa MPP. Why am I to Abama is a Santifo and ya Santifo pan to Abama MPP. A Timemu for free baby, a manfra for who are suppressed to vote for MPP. Makanwaha. If you want to break the 8, be happy for what I am doing. So I will say I am inciting a Santifo against NDC. You have to be happy. But the honest truth is what I'm telling you. We are saying now, but your constitution, it says it every day. So Ghana nobody has the right to suppress elections. And as I'm making some people, majority of the people in our markets and our trading areas, that is what they do. In Korano, and your pet say, say, binding yet. Na omakosala yakotwa MPP. It is because nipa bi wo kuro ni mu a omaye ne say yen program we mu yen show mo so do mo nya de yepe. Ye 2023 no tribe is bigger than any tribe. Ye 2023 e kuro bi anso nchen obia obi anso nchen obia. We all need to understand that. I will say a boot tribe be the way they think and what they want to do. Because you ask yourself, why is it happening so? And these are the reasons why sometimes, you better say you break it down. Ghana for say your biggest problem in Ghana is tribalism. The development we are not getting is all tribalism. But yes, it is because of their santifo Dear Kata ye nyome bi ama and the Ghana development actually akosiye a development pa na MPP where you are santimemu. Then you don't have the right to insist to say NPP should be in power. The reason why the market say MPP should be in power and they say, oh, when say MPP and you have adopted a strategy. The strategy is so can't no correct Santimaya house with you two for them. So can't correct extra Santiforce with the Nanahima tem. The fact of the case is say, Sameka no cre, Nasa Wajimu, Ebe or Semedi Obiatama, Meka, Emma Wajuna Yosa. And these are facts that we are not going to stop speaking of. Because Yatina Kromha, Yaya analysis, because and yet say, Yati Kromoma Nipebi, Eya Majine say, Ometuma for Nipebi freedom. Etietia so, I'm a Nipebi, the also we. Majority of these Kayas who vote in the Ashanti region, who are forced to vote for the MPP, they are below the age 18. Majority of them, omo ID card ekuta omo, omo madam na yemo omo. Majority of them. Majority of kaya yesa, omo tete store no asantimemu no. Majority omo card ekuta omo madam for the deal ko yemo omo. So they feel say the madams own them. It is not about we helped anyone. It is also studying the history of Yana Kamfo, Tichua Santifua. It is selfishness. And that has translated in our way of life. Our history, Yana Santifo history, Yana Fantifo history, Yana Kofo history. It is all about them against us. So when people try to open up to them, they feel say we are too tightened up to the point they don't want anyone to come in the box to have a normal conversation with them. How did Yene account for? How did we treat JJ Rawlings? It was the same thing. It was the same thing. JJ Rawlings was treated badly by Yene account for all because he did not submit himself, say, or Yauneni as your consider so Togoni. So JJ Rawlings was hated. And people made up stories on JJ Rawlings. People created stories to make sure that that credibility there, he will never have it. And it has been enshrined in our brains. Everything I call a brain, so one to one so there, you become some so. And History has been repeating itself and repeating itself. Now it has gotten to that point whereby young Ghanaians who are not Akans are being treated like slaves. If they don't vote the way we want, they will not even get food to eat. I don't hate Asante 4. I want we to be better people. When we become more better, Ghana will be a better place. Because Oko Parliament of Ghana, so the moment we become better people, the moment we accept our mistakes, the moment we get to know Ghana, we can build this nation. We are derailing and we are struggling because we don't see people as us. When people work hard, they dominate, and they are not our tribesmen, they become our enemy. They become our target. That is why we are here today. So when you see an Ashanti man, Ashanti chief, holding a Northerner and making him part of him, say, I love you, it is because that Northerner, no Ashanti chief, no person in the Ashanti region, a Canadian will be Akoda on Hinibina Sakacha and say, me papa ne me mami, I want you to be my father. Never. Because so why should he Asantini this year? I can need this year Fantini to say me Echo Sim Echo Catcher on Hinibi say, oh now young papa, but BOOED does it because BOOED he has been programmed to think say one submitting one Asantima money to me. And Yania Santifono, the moment you act a fool, we will use you to get power and we will treat you like a fool. Yania Kamfo, the moment you show us that you are timid, you are a fool, we will capitalize on your foolishness, take power in your name, and then we will treat you as a fool. And that is how they will treat BOOED. And that is how they are treating BOOED. That is why Napo and the BOOED, they enter KEJETIA, Napo exits, and then BOOED takes the shame. Because Oyeteni, it is easy to go after him. And it is easy because Ono BOOED has given himself that chance to do that. Now, let me show you. BOOED said this. Mr. S, Mr. P, get me the caption, the story where he went to Otumfuo to tell Otumfuo that his father is dead, his mother is dead, and that he wants Otumfuo to be his godfather. Asantini Biye whether vice or president or even a normal minister will go to the north and go kneel before any chief, the Yana, and say, my father Asantiniu, my father Infantiniu, my mother Akaniu, take me as your godson. He will never do it because mentally, or a slave. It is for Tenny to do that. So that is why they will do this to them. We the Akans always want you, the Northerners, to admit that you are slaves. And specifically, the party that is fond of doing that is the MPP. The MPP has capitalized on this for years. And yesterday say I can't say we are. What's the first defense of the MPP is Kevin Taylor is doing what? He's destroying the NDC. I am not. If I am destroying the NDC, it's going in your favor. What's your problem? If I am destroying the NDC, if I am making people angry at the NDC, it is in your advantage. Why are you worried as an MPP person? Why are you worried as an Akan? Why are you worried as an Ashanti? Because I am an Akan myself. So if we are going to lose respect, I'm also going to lose respect. So what is your problem? Your problem is that I am exposing your mediocrity and your foolishness. You don't want this to happen. Without me considering people as underdogs, we are nobody. And that is something about Yenia Kamfo. If you say we have always been praising ourselves because we know we have done nothing out there for anybody to praise us. Or haven't you guys seen it? We are always praising ourselves. We are praising each other. But people outside don't praise us because we are selfish people. We are selective. We always think that so if you have watched the history of we Akans, Fantis, Coles, Ashantis, we always praise ourselves, but people don't praise us because we are selfish people. We have always decided, we have always made it a point to do what? To underestimate some people who don't speak the way we speak. And these are facts. This I'm going to show you the story. It's here. Thank you very much, team. Thank you for bringing the story quickly. I'm going to show you the story. For a whole vice president to walk to Asante, you need to say, make me your son. It is an admission that, you know what, I am a slave. And these are tough conversations to have. They are very difficult. I have no father, no mother. You are my everything. BOOED tells Otumfuo by bowing before him. So you see where it is. Yenya Santifor, Yenya Kamfor, this is what we are expecting Mahama to do. Sa Mahama anya sadia, and the ebeye biame we are saying Sa Mahama ejimi for no, we will do it. And all that we have to do is to lie and make people think Mahama is incompetent. And how are we going to do that? We are going to use a northerner who has accepted to be a slave to do that job for us. To me, it's an advice to my fellow brothers and sisters from the north. Now, when you read a story, this is what the story says. Thank you, Mr. S. This is what the story says. And I quote, "We came showing gratitude in our father's house, and I can't thank you enough for what you did during my mother's demise. We are all grateful for what you did. The whole of Mamprugu," he stated, end of quote. He added that Otumfuo's kind gesture indicates his commitment to unity and peace, of which Mampruzi appreciates. According to him, he is now like an orphan who has no mother and father. The vice president indicated that Otumfuo has truly shown that he is a father to all. Now, this gesture from the vice president clearly is sending a signal to all the people at Mamprugu, the Mamprusi people, that there is nobody who can represent Bawumia as the father. Bawumia is admitting in front of Otumfuo that without you, I am nobody. Without you, I am useless. You are my master, you are my slave master, and I will do whatever you like. So if you see Bawumia's kind of politics, when he came into active politics, his target was his brother who wasn't falling for his slave master. So Bawumia was working for his slave master because his brother, who is also a Gonja boy, who did not put himself on the ground to be stepped on, he did not admit that, or he did not admit in front of his godfather that he's a slave. Now Bawumia was used against Bahama. That is why from 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, Mahmoud Bawumia was the person leading the attacks against John Mahama. Bawumia was the person who started Mahama is incompetent. He has stolen money. Can confirm they flew to Burkina Faso because they needed another slave to make the other one who does not want to accept that position to become one of them. So Bawumia was used. Bawumia was used because we are smart. If an account goes to do that, they will know that this is what we accounts do. So we will use their own blood to nail them. So they use people like Azuri. They use like Bawumia. They use the Northerners to do what? To destroy Mahama. All because Mahama did not admit. Mahama never said that I want to be a slave. Mahama said I wanted all of us to be together. Mahama ka say me pese yen nyina etina bom. Yen nyina di mpuntro ba fie. Yen nyina yesi schools, yesi hospitals. Me pese yen nyina bi adwuma. Yen nyina tumi tutu kwan echiechia ye ho. Na me pese Ghana tu bom. Bana nipa bi say maye de nko anya soronko. Ma nipa bi hu ye say ye chan nipa bi. Enti se wa ma amfa ho ambekire se wo hyase a ye ma utumi. And it's and there amanfo tumi ba social media. Kevin Taylor, don't speak against Ashantis or else Mahama will not be president, because the idea is if Mahama does not submit himself as a slave, he does not, if the NDC does not shut up and does not criticize, if they don't stop what they are doing, the Ashantis will only do what? Retaliate by not giving them power. So the ideology is there. The mentality is some people are supposed to be slaves automatically. If you don't admit, if you don't submit, and the ko eye asantimemu ko hwade eye kaye fo mo betena asantimemu kakra se ende kaye ni ba woni ne madam atena 5 years se madam be shop ochana no pa na kaye ni ba na ka che madam me pese me udi nkomo na ka se rakia adai madam me pese nke sia no maye djuma kakra me keep ska kakra me pese nka me ko sua djuma na se me ko school. That madam will have an issue with the girl. Sa asantini banane sa korana benya problem. Why? Because it is not your place. Your limit is here. Serve me till you decide to go back. The moment a kai ni beka che madam and the boss says me person can go school, me person can go see adwuma, that person starts to get angry. Aden na person onya status to say me ma. Aden na person we ni bie to say me ma. Aden na person go school to say me ma. Aden na obdwene wo future ho. You have to be controlled by me. I decide how you develop. I decide. It is all that is why majority of the time say they do the same thing over and over, and at the end of the day they go back pregnant with kids. Because the people they come to meet, those people want them to stay where they are. They want them to be the slaves they want them to be. They want them to work for them. The advantages or the positive that comes with them being in the South, they never enjoy it. Because the idea is that this is your place and you can never move out of your place. What you are seeing during our elections and the dynamics, and people panicking right now. Majority of Minyanama Kamfo, they are angry, they are pissed, not because I'm just saying they make any true, because I am exposing them, because I am calling for equality, because I am making Ghanaians understand. I am opening the eyes of Entafo, Awonafo, I am opening the eyes of Nzimafo, Krobofo, Ghana and Kaifo. My name will say there's a problem we need to deal with. There is a problem we need to deal with. So in Kramemo, Asante Force and Swaswa, there are so many Asantis in the Greater Accra region. Why don't they do that? Because people are not on them. They have not programmed them to say, you are beneath us. Whatever you want to do when it comes to the Greater Accra region, you can do it. If you want to start a small business, as far as you know you have your income, do it. But when you come to the Ashanti region, so compare the two regions. There are thousands of Ashantis and Akans in the Greater Accra region. Why do you think the Gans, they did not say, or someone no, because they are more open-minded. They think that this is a place that everybody can achieve their aim. It is the big apple. Anyone can come in and be successful. But when you come to Asante Memwa, the big apple belongs to some group, and some group are always supposed to be watching the big apple for the big apple to grow. The difference are, it is pure insecurity, mediocrity, and tribalism playing out in the Ashanti region. And who's our numbers, majority of the numbers that come from the Ashanti region during elections, it is not the will of majority of it is because some people are suppressing them. Some people think they are their masters and that they have to do what they like. So it's important. So when dynamics of Ghana politics are, you will not understand it. And some people who know what we are doing is affecting them are angry. Why should I hate Otumfuo? Why should I hate him? Otumfuo did not go fight for his position. Otumfuo wan kokodi eye no hene. Ahini beto no. So why do I have to hate Otumfuo? Otumfuo be di hene kopim. So why do I have to hate him? But I will not allow anybody to think they are superior than others. And that is what I am saying. That as far as Otumfuo eye ohene wa santimemo no, it does not mean say me won't be boarding e wa santimemo menka. I will say it. As much as I respect him, he, at the end of the day, but I need to make sure, for the sake of unity and what Ghanaians being on equal level, I need to speak when I see, some group are being tribalistic and suppressing others than others. And if a group was doing the same to Asante for Akamfo, I would have said it. The statistics are there. So those people sitting on the sidelines and saying Kevin Taylor is going after Ashanti, Jimmy, you are worried. You are worried because Kevin Taylor is telling the people the truth. No krana mukan or demo and in American abontine, you are worried. You are worried. It will be so. I don't think any Asante form branch and the opportunities there, they are able to grab it. Odin say any nyanum say before na mo ba santimemu no opportunity ni more opportunity. Don't you think they'll grab it? Majority of Northerners are smarter than we are cans, and we know they pick quicker. They are smarter in class. We were in class with Northerners. They are smarter than us. See, every day they beat us their accounts. They are smarter if they get the same opportunity. But we always make sure say advantage we want to suppress some people because we are out of mediocrity, out of inferiority complex. We cannot do anything without making sure somebody feels bad about themselves. Yenya can force an yet Debiano ansana yabedi and watum no a chair will be found so a chair mo obia feel say on to say any, and that is not how we build a nation. That is not how we build a nation. We can only build a nation when every single tribe, every single individual, every Ghanaian believes that I respect my northern brother respect my Voltarian brother respect the Ashanti respect, and that is how we build a nation. When it comes to Europe, even though they don't have tribes, they have some small tribes, and they have different kinds of political ideology, but they respect everybody's view. They don't have tribes here, but the ideologies, they make sure that when it comes to ideology and building a nation, they respect everyone's view. Whether you are an American or not, whether you're a green card holder, you are an American passport holder, you are a citizen, you are what? They will respect the view because they are building a nation. But yeah, you say, so we didn't sound the Bibia, Jobe can be a Kwasia. So we didn't sound the say, Jobe can be a Juntum, and anything and that when you go on social media. Everybody who is against the comeback of John Mahama is an Akan. I'm not being tribal, I'm being factual. When you go on social media, a majority of the programs in Ghana, every single individual who says I'm a blogger, I am speaking for Ghana who don't see, every single one of them who is against the comeback of John Mahama or Yetenino, the fact is, they are all accounts. Why? Because John Mahama, he did not submit himself to us. He did not make himself a slave. He was somebody who wanted everybody to be on the same playing field. So no matter what, we will not allow him. That is why when you see these chiefs hugging Bawumia and saying Bawumia proponent, it is because Bawumia has given them the green light that he's willing to be a slave to them. And these are facts. And these are facts that you cannot challenge. And these are facts that we need to think through, sit back, analyze, and change our ways. And this is the only way that as a country, we can change every single thing. Development, infrastructure. It is only way, because the moment we come to accept the background of people, the way their name sounds, their intelligence, and we put aside where they're coming from, we will be able to think together. We can all come together and say, you know what, this region, which is a Ashanti region, needs 7 interchanges. And the government, no matter the party in power, needs to build it. But some people, after even a government building KEJETIA, building all this infrastructure, building all these schools, all these chip compounds in the Ashanti region, some people still sit and say Mahama is a fool, all because Mahama did not submit himself as a slave to that person's tribe.
Sa akamba ye oye sa yi beto platform so. Akamba me kam what? It's in for money runs in the sha memuasi since 1981 to 2001. And therefore no more Ghana, dear pan we messing for. And therefore she pay a free rolling star. When it Muslim for ya ne sign. I be a simple send a dia kunya nem you. Liman any Mahama. Omudia kunya dia no moche my a jabe Mahama to be the same. O akamba akwesire wakodira ukro muslimo yankaba o se waya jaji nkabo kankra sebi ntafo no fani munyasa mabaka south mumfa jitiri bukuru na musore ukro ma tantantai esemfo amaba south nyasa ne kubukuru akọ pese o secretary di o se organize there a school for nigina na yenya baby na efi titini esemfo mo. Apart from the woman from a move, she said, and Papa. And for the sister, and Papa beam. I would grab you and therefore said, I Ghana Kunya. Mahama didn't fear now. She can't offer more to me and sending now. Mahama first cannot, Uncle said, or Fako Street Hotel Dubai. And confirming that I didn't answer to call. Scared myself from Western, the whole Ghana, yet Japadia and listen for this kind of bomb. Most full of the teach them all. Asante Fante, I do cocoa, and the bread do cocoa, as an former son, your mom's classic. Listen, for my quite a cocoa free. I am not buy in. Why I said no, I see will be a typical be. Oh, I can't bound your design quasasano. What's the judge will buy and then we'll see more. Mobile mother can't come back up massive. Since 79 to 2001. How many years? 20-something years ago. Number was a symphony was the boys. Come back, but this is better than Putam. Then I'm years more. I'm going to say, full class, more Kikaze Kufuado. 1 year then, Mamma. therefore the answer the moon will be done. I come back now do ya betuso e di sem fun wo so ada bia koka mo me kase fu asem na asem na ba ka mo bakuma so na e mu du so am ho ye ntete mo ye mo mpa na se na mo wu akuru nkwa sasa no sem fu am die no mo ga tan for na so bi ya to ba na se na for no to kwa sasa mo akwa na mo to die no aka be to di sem class sem no mo ba se asanto for ne di akonya so se ana kafo ne di akonya so efie aduonu baako ese de modi efie aduonu so no ka Ghana nyina ko bia e ka bere kafo mo so ade mo ana aseye no fam kwa sese mo so funi fro kwa me anwene ho.
So this is the Ashanti regional minister. So you see how this whole thing looks. I don't hate Ashantis, but it was the way we were trained, how Asantefo were brought up, how Yenya Kamfo we were brought up, and that is what is affecting our development today. That is what is affecting. Let's flip the coin. 5 minutes. Nyoma Mahama Yawa Santimemu Nina Anke MPP Neya. Do you think Mahama Anko MPP Anke Bidina Temsa? Let's flip the coin. Nyoma Ewa Santimemu Nina any Mahama time. In this green book, Nyoma Ewa Muni Nina sa green book. Let's flip the coin. Senke John Mahama and now ye MPP ni and ye Sanyibo Nina's president. Do you think so? When you be managing TV so di Mahama tem? Obenya Kwasia page is Morris Ampao at now to meet TV edit Mahama tem. It is because Mahama yeteni. It is because Mahama did not submit himself as a slave to some group. Let's flip it. KEJETIA Mahama MPP ni no ye. Kumasi Airport Mahama MPP ni no ye. All the senior high schools Mahama MPP ni na. Ogi Sanka Santini be na no di na tem. Never. Anka udina be di Mahama tem anka obetwa uti. Anka omode Mahama be ko be hia ko sine hene. But Mahama MDC ni or teni, he is not part of us. Maka me see any akamfo no debia ye any omo. And that is what makes us feel powerful. Let us denigrate some group and make those groups feel like we are superior. And no na any akamfo ya tena swa dia ya bedunne. And internet Ghana's development is where it is today. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. Tomorrow we will do the editorial. We speak on lots and lots of things. I'll pick 1 or 2 calls and end today's show. You're still watching.
Whenever I say PENDREAM TV, PENDREAM TV, there, I see them, you po.